Hello everyone and welcome to My ABI on City Hall. Amari Cockrell, Communications and Media Relations Manager for the City of Abilene, joined here by Amanda Pope. She is our Public Information Coordinator for our Water Utilities Department. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Well, we're starting out and using our My ABI on City Hall to dive deeper into things going on at the city and get more information out there with issues and topics that folks might have questions with. And so with that, we wanted to bring you in and talk to you about the big water meter change out that's happening across the city right now. The more technical name is AMI, or Advanced Metering Infrastructure Project, correct?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, but basically it's all the water meters across town.
Yes.
43,000 of them
That's right.
are being changed out over the next 2 years or so, 18 months to 24 months. So first tell us about what's going on. I know we invited media to City Hall and out to a property this last month to just kind of see what that looks like. So what are the crews doing right now?
So right now they're just working throughout the neighborhoods. In this, right at this moment, they switched to District 29. So they've worked through part of 53, 54, and 29. They have replaced about 2,500 or so. So we're about 5% complete.
Wow.
So yeah.
It's quite an undertaking to go and do all this. So the city has partnered with a company called Pedal Valves Inc., correct?
Valves Inc.
Yeah. So tell us, what is a change out process like? What should someone expect?
So what they should expect is that a week to 48 hours in advance, they should see a notification on their door. We're putting out door hangers saying, you know, coming up, your meter's going to be changed. The day of, they should expect a knock on their door with one of the Pedal Valves installers, and they'll just see if they're home. If they don't answer the door or don't get the resident at that time, they will go and check the meter. If the meter is not in use, they'll go ahead and change out the meter. If the meter is in use, they skip it and go down. But the change out itself only takes about 10 to 30 minutes. So, I mean, residents will be without water during that time, but it is very short, and most of them, they're making it through them very quickly.
I mean, it's remarkably fast how they're able to do this. And so, and inevitably there may be some properties where there's a hang up or something. But that's a lot of why you're here with us too.
Right, right. In case there is any kind of a leak or anything of that nature, you know, we pull in the city side or the Pedal Valves installers. Between the two, we fix those as we're going along. So it's actually excellent because we're catching a lot of things that may have been a problem for years.
Yeah, absolutely. And so with all this, it's getting us to a place where once everything is in the ground and changed out, then the city will work to kind of bring everyone over to the new system, which has got a lot of cool kind of bells and whistles with it. But in the meantime, your meter's been changed, for example. What should you expect on your water bill or anything?
Really nothing. In most cases, most residents shouldn't see anything. If, for instance, there was unreported usage because of an old dated meter or something like that, they may see that catch up. You know, they may see that change a little bit just because it will be reading, you know, very accurately. And then yes, as you said, so down the road, after all the testing phases are done, because there's going to be a period of time where that's very important for us to make sure that the data that's collected and transmitted matches up exactly with the readings and the usage. Then at that point in time, we're going to roll out information on how to view everything and what all it entails.
Yeah, so just kind of hold tight on all the cool stuff.
Not
that's
quite
coming.
yet. We wish it was instant, but we do want to make sure that we do our due diligence and check and make sure all that information is correct. So.
And if you had certain properties on the new system and the new wireless stuff going on and certain not, it would just be quite a bit of a headache. It's better to have kind of a clean move over for everybody.
Right. Well, and we don't want, you know, half of the city to have, you know, access and half of the city to not have access. So it's very important for us to figure out exactly what that, you know, what the best case scenario in that is. So.
Well, and I want to talk more about costs, because that had been a hot topic the last few years about water rates and what people are paying and seeing things go up. And water is a commodity that is up in expense as far as, I mean, regionally, not just here. So So say someone gets their new meters put in and it is a catch-up kind of thing when it comes to their bill, and there's a bit of a jump or something that they're just uncomfortable with, maybe have trouble paying or just questions about. Is that something they should just call the water department about and talk to folks?
Yeah, absolutely. What will happen is the customer service department we should be rolling it out to them to see the access before the residents may be able to see it.
Okay.
But they'll have a lot better idea of exactly where the usage charges are coming from. Say if there is a constant usage of water, we know that there's a leak.
Yeah.
If they're not home, if they're out of town, and water is being used, we certainly know that there's a leak. And people would be surprised how much water gets used with just a commode, flange or something like that. So
yeah, and I'm really looking forward to that myself because I'm in a home that's built in the early 60s, and so you previously haven't really been able to pinpoint until you get, of course, a professional in to help you with that if there had been a little bit of a leak somewhere. So when we do get to all this new billing process and getting access to what these meters will be able to do for us, let's talk about that a little bit because it has a wireless signal that talks to the water department,
yes.
and once this is all activated, you'll have real-time information going to the water department. So tell us all the things we'll be able to do once we have that.
So, it will be a dashboard that customers can go into. It's going to be integrated in with the current billing system, so they'll be able to see it that way. And yeah, it'll have real-time data. It'll show, peaks and spikes, so residents will know exactly whenever they're using their most water, and it'll have billing, information, advice, cost-saving tips, budgeting. It'll have a lot of things like that.
Okay, and I understand that even like if you were concerned about, hey, once my bill gets to X amount of dollars, or that kind of alert.
You can set up an alert, right.
That's cool.
Yes, you can set up an alert for it to tell you, you're meeting that budget point.
Yes.
So,
and ultimately for the whole project, I know this is a question that had come up in the last month or so, as far as the cost to the city, putting in all these meters, this isn't something that has a cost that residents are seeing. Right,
because of the projected cost saving throughout the city, it's anticipated that this project is not going to, affect the residents in any way cost-wise. It's going to be paid for itself by us being able to conserve more water and knowing where there, are leaks and water's not being reported.
Gotcha.
So.
It's exciting.
Yes, very.
Yeah. Well, in the meantime, as these crews move from district to district, like you said, they should be getting in touch with folks.
Right.
But you can always go to a page we have set up online specifically for this, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
abilenetx.gov/watermeter.
Okay, there you go.
Yes, and it's got information on which districts we're going into, what to expect video that shows from beginning to end, the change-out process, a lot of really good information, lots of questions, frequently asked questions on there. So.
Yes, and of course the number to call if there's anything. You'll probably get to talk to Amanda directly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I usually answer the phone.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Thanks.
And just a reminder out there, abilenetx.gov/watermeter. And of course, as always, if you have any questions or concerns, always just head over to abilenetx.gov.